Nehemiah chapter 8. And when the 7th new moon came, the children of Israel were in their cities, and all the people gathered together as one man in the open space that was in front of the water gate. And they spoke to Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the Torah of Moshe, which Yah had commanded Israel. And Ezra the priest brought the Torah before the assembly of both men and women, and all who could hear with understanding, on the first day of the 7th new moon. And he read from it in the open space in front of the water gate, from morning until midday, before the men and women and those who could understand. And the ears of all the people listened to the book of the Torah. And Ezra the scribe stood on a platform of wood which they had made for the purpose, and beside him on his right stood Mattithiah, and Shema, and Ananiah, and Uriah, and Hilkiah, and Maaseiah, and on his left stood Pedaiah, and Mishael, and Malchiah, and Hashum, and Hashbaddanah, Zechariah, Meshullam. And Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people, for he was above all the people. And when he opened it, all the people stood up. And Ezra blessed Yah, the great Elohim. Then all the people answered, Amen, Amen, while lifting up their hands. And they bowed their heads and worshipped Yah with faces to the ground. And Yeshua, and Bani, and Sherebiah, Yamin, Akub, Shabbatai, Hodiah, Maaseiah, Kelita, Azariah, Yozabad, Hanan, Peliah, and the Levites caused the people to understand the Torah while the people were in their place. And they read in the book of the Torah of Elohim, translating to give the sense and cause them to understand the reading. And Nehemyah, who was the governor, and Ezra the priest, the scribe, and the Levites who taught the people, said to all the people, This day is set apart to Yah your Elohim. Do not mourn or weep. For all the people wept when they heard the words of the Torah. Then he said to them, Go, eat the fat, drink the sweet, and send portions to those for whom none was prepared. For this day is set apart to our master. Do not be sad, for the joy of Yah is your strength. And the Levites were silencing all the people, saying, Hush, for the day is set apart. Do not be sad. And all the people went to eat and to drink and to send portions and make a great rejoicing, because they understood the words that were made known to them. And on the second day the heads of the fathers' houses of all the people, with the priests and Levites, were gathered to Ezra the scribe, in order to study the words of the Torah. And they found written in the Torah, which Yah had commanded by Moshe, that the children of Israel should dwell in booths in the festival of the 7th new moon, and that they should announce and proclaim in all their cities and in Jerusalem, saying, Go out to the mountain and bring olive branches, branches of oil trees, and myrtle branches, and palm branches, and branches of leafy trees to make booths, as it is written. So the people went out and brought them and made themselves booths, each one on the roof of his house, and in their courtyards, and in the courtyards of the house of Elohim, and in the open space of the water gate, and in the open space of the gate of Ephraim. And the entire assembly of those who had come back from the captivity made booths, and sat under the booths. For since the days of Yeshua, son of Nun, until that day, the children of Israel had not done so, and there was very great rejoicing. And day by day, from the first day until the last day, he read from the book of the Torah of Elohim. And they performed the festival 7 days, and on the 8th day there was an assembly, according to the right ruling.